Jonathan's parents told him that for every 5 hours of homework or reading he completes, he would be able to play 3 hours of video games. His friend Lucas's parents told their son, so Lucas, that he could play 30 minutes for every hour of homework or reading time he completes. If both boys spend the same amount of time on their homework and reading this week, which boy gets more time playing video games, and how do you know? So we are going to break this up as Jonathan and Lucas, and we're going to try and create a ratio. So we're going to start with homework and compare it to the playing of the video games. So for Lucas, if he does 5 hours of homework, he gets to play 3 hours of video games. Lucas gets to play 30 minutes, which is a half of an hour of video games, for every 1 hour of homework that he does. So he says homework first also. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to create equivalent ratios. So if I double this, that would be a 2-to-1 ratio. And then if I tripled that, that would mean when they have the same amount of time playing. But it says if they both spend the same amount of time on homework. So maybe instead of doubling it, I could multiply by 5 on both sides, so that way they both worked for 5 hours on their homework, which gives us 5 hours of homework for Lucas. And if we do a half times 5, that would be a half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5 hours of play. So which boy gets more playing time? Jonathan. Because if both boys work for 5 hours, he gets 3 hours of play. But Lucas only gets 2.5. In number 6, Devin is trying to find the unit price of a 6-pack of drinks on sale for $2.99. His sister says that the price of each drink would cost just over $2. Is she correct, and how do you know? If she is not, how would Devin's sister find the correct price? So if a 6-pack of drinks is what he purchased, and she's saying that each one costs $2, then for all 6, it would be $12, because we would have 6 of them. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, $12 for the pack. So is she correct? So we will say his sister is incorrect. The way she found it was taking the 6 and dividing it by, well, $2.99 is almost 3, which would give her 2. But instead, to find the correct, that's a funky O, to find the correct answer, we need a rate for cost per drink, which means you would take the cost of $2.99 and divide it by the 6. So each one would be about 50 cents.